jumping back a bit again, this is a bit all over the shop, so I apologise for that. I also at the time joined the local council run gym, just with the, and I never joined a gym before, just with the intention of, I suppose, developing some more, some muscle strength to help with my running, and that was great. That was also a bit of a wake up call for me as well, and I felt myself, getting physically stronger, and it helped with your fitness and everything like that. And I met some fantastic people through the gym. A couple of trainers there. I'll shout one out in particular, Ben Smith. If you look him up on Instagram, the Dr. Fat Blueprint, he's just a legend of a bloke. Anthony Diapolo, so he was a member there as well. And actually, they're the two guys I ran the Melbourne Marathon with last year, and just absolutely fantastic people, and they really dragged me through that Melbourne Marathon. So it was just a great atmosphere. So I was there for quite a little bit, and then I felt like I needed a bit of a change, and this it got in my head a bit because Ben had just started at a new gym, Body Fit Training in Montmorency, and he mentioned it to me, and he said I'd probably get something out of it, and so I thought I'd give it a go, and I signed up for their 8-week challenge, which is just finished, and that was fantastic. They give you all your bit of a shameless plug here, because I'm hoping to do some work with them and Walking Off the Wall in conjunction to get some stuff out there. It was all your classes and all your meal plans and recipes and everything like that. You just followed for 8 weeks, and it was transformative. I had a ball. It was tough and it was really challenging, but it really motivated me, and I felt so much better. So big shout out to Dan and Michaela, who run the show there, as well as the trainers, Ben and Scott Hobson. You can look him up at Scott Hobson Fitness, I think he is on Instagram. So, and just a fantastic, really supportive team. So, another big change, and this is probably maybe one that will be seen as the most controversial, is just after finishing the marathons last year, I watched the documentary Game Changers, which I'm sure you've all heard about. And I thought, basically, I just jump right in and give the plant-based diet a go. Now, obviously, this isn't for everyone, but I can honestly tell you, and this is just from personal experience, that diet-wise, it's the best I've ever felt. I'm eating things that I would never have even considered before, and rather than my diet being restricted because you don't eat meat or animal products, I'm actually it's greatly expanded. I'm not. So yeah, I'm eating things now that I wouldn't have even considered going the plant-based diet. So, and I understand it's not for everyone. I get that. I'm not trying to preach to you that you should go plant-based. Do whatever you want to do. That's fine. But I'm just, from my own personal experience, it's been, use a cliche, an absolute game changer. So there was a bit of an adjustment period for probably about a month where when you're getting used to it, because I jumped right in. I wasn't a vegetarian beforehand. I ate meat and animal products and then just jumped straight into it. So there's a bit of reading of nutrition labels just to get especially things like your protein levels right. And I remember asking plant-based people before that how they did that, because I genuinely didn't know, and it's a fair question. Most of the protein I get is from things like quinoa and oats and rice and beans and chickpeas and lentils and stuff like that. So there are ways you can do it, and it's really changed. And again, you never say never, but at this stage I can't see myself going back to meat and animal based diet. But never say never, as I said. But what I can say about nutrition is that having been on both diets, I suppose, or both nutrition plans, is that the better you eat and the more variety you have, the better you feel mentally and physically, and the more you're able to perform better physically. And I found that too, for what I was doing. So that the cleaner you eat, the more variety you get, you're just able to perform so much better. So so really looking back on how I was, only a bit over 2 years ago, it's not like my physical and mental decline sort of came on just like that. It was a gradual thing that as I said, I probably just assumed was just getting older, and people generally just tend to get a bit more fatigued as they get older. Kids and family and life gets in the way. obviously. So it was a gradual decline. And it wasn't until this particular accident happened and I made some changes that it really, that I realised that it was just through my own ignorance and stupidity, I suppose, that I wasn't, at my peak or as I should have been physically and mentally. So if I have a regret, it's that I didn't, I waited until my late 30s, as I said, I'm 39, before I instituted these changes, because I can honestly say I've never felt better. So, yeah. And it's just given me the energy to do things that I would never have even contemplated, or just, I don't have time, or I'm too exhausted. So, for example, I help out at Will, my oldest son, at his baseball club as a parent helper. I coach Angus's basketball team, and that I wouldn't have even considered before. So, as well as, the exercise regime that I put in. So, I always used to think I was so busy, but now I just find I'm more motivated and, and just feel better in general. So, but one thing I did want to do, is just to clarify that I have absolutely no qualifications in fitness or nutrition, but along the way I have spoken to a lot of people who are experts, in these fields, and got a lot of advice and a lot of good tips from them. So it's just basically, this video is all about me and how the changes I've implemented have affected me physically and mentally, and how much better I feel. So take it with a grain of salt if you'd like. But yeah, so, and I deliberately don't make known or won't put up my health stats pre-accident and to what they are now, because I believe that can sort of lead down its own path. You don't want to compare yourself to other people, because what, diet and exercise plan works for me, I can guarantee will not work for someone else, or, or part of it might, or not at all. So I deliberately haven't done that. So, because everyone's different, and I don't want, comparison being the thief of joy.